What do free PC games and a $3,000 brick have in common? Do you give up? It's Amazon. Bet you didn't see that one coming. So, we're going to get fired right into the news. Did you just finish building a sweet gaming rig only to have this happen to you? Not to worry, because your CD Key has you covered with Windows 10 Pro licenses for under $18. And if you head over there right now, you could save 20% off with my code JPD20 at checkout. You'll receive your key within seconds, and then just click the start button and type activate to find the Windows activation screen, and all you got to do then is paste your code in. For more info as well as that coupon code, be sure to check out the links down in the description below. So yeah, we've got two topics coming up in today's video. First up, we're going to be talking about some free games which you can claim starting right now. There's one and then another one, and also how Amazon's new game, New World, is breaking graphics cards left and right. But first up, the free games. Right now, you can actually get Battlefield 1 today through August 4th. I believe this started yesterday, but it'll be until August 4th. So you got some time to claim it, and this will be available to only Amazon Prime members, and then also on August 2nd through October 1st. So that's a pretty big window to go ahead and get that claim in, is for Battlefield 5, which is the obviously latest entry into the Battlefield franchise. So yeah, these are both going to be available, or one's available now. 5 will be available very, very soon to anyone that happens to have Amazon Prime. If you got a friend or a family member maybe with an account, if you don't have Amazon Prime, you could always maybe have them let you link your account to them. If they're not a PC gamer, they're not going to claim it anyway. Probably a few different ways you can go about trying to get this if you don't have Amazon Prime yourself. And these games have actually been popping lately. Ever since 2042 got announced, pretty much all the Battlefield games, the servers have just been flooded. Tons and tons of people that were not playing these games before 2042 got announced. So if you want to claim Battlefield 1, as I said, today up through August 4th, BF5 will be August 2nd through October 1st, you're going to want to come to this page, which I will link down in the description below. I actually went to the wrong one. There you go. So it's gaming.amazon.com, and this is basically a page that usually you'll get linked to a lot on Twitch. There's a lot of stuff just usually connected through Twitch, as Amazon owns Twitch now, and you can usually get free in-game items and stuff, but they've actually got some free titles on here as well. If we come down to the bottom where it says Games with Prime, you can see there's actually quite a few things on here. Nothing really of note that I've ever really heard of. We've got Batman, The Enemy Within. I don't really know what that is. But as you can see, first up on the list is Battlefield 1 on Origin. So the offer here, it says ends August 4th, and all you got to do really is claim it, and then likely you'll have to link your Origin account to Amazon Prime. So you'll put in your Amazon Prime account details, you'll put in your Origin account details, and then you'll link them, and then you'll get the free game added into your library. That's typically how it works with the Prime loot and stuff like that, which I've done before in the past for Ubisoft stuff like Rainbow Six Siege. If you saw it just a moment ago, actually, I just saw a new item, some kind of a just kit for the game, nothing really special, but just free stuff, so why not claim it? If I've got Amazon Prime, may as well take advantage and get some free shit. And now, like I said, you can get Battlefield 1, so that's really awesome to see. If you haven't picked it up, grab it now for free. Battlefield 5 also, great graphics, super good. I've actually just really kind of rekindled interest in the game, and I've been playing it a lot lately, trying to get ready for Battlefield 2042. So definitely check out those free games before they come off of offer, but you've got a significant amount of time, and BF5 is not even available yet until the 2nd. So next up, continuing on with Amazon, which in case you didn't know, have been developing a video game, an MMO, by the name of New World. It honestly, ever since the beginning, sounded like a bad idea. I have absolutely no interest in this game whatsoever, and I really don't know why anyone would. It looks like straight up ass cheeks. It does not look good. I don't know who's going to be playing this game and plopping down $40 for it, but now the game just recently went into its closed beta stage, so it's not like anyone can just join in on this. It seems like you got to be like an influencer or a reviewer of some kind and have been invited into the beta, or maybe they did pre-orders to get into the beta. That's a possibility as well. But basically the game is breaking RTX 3090s. That's right. Several people, not just like one person, but several people have reported that their RTX 3090 graphics cards were showing some issues with playing the game, where the system would sort of shut down as like overvolting protection on your power supply, and then they would try to go back into the game, and then their graphics card would just pop. It would just be dead graphics card. RTX 3090s, more specifically, being affected by this, which really doesn't surprise me. If this is an issue of trying to push too much power out of a graphics card, the RTX 3090 would likely be the first culprit to go, as those things can regularly draw over 400 watts very, very easily, especially if you're overclocking and doing any sort of voltage sliders and pushing up the power limit or anything like that. And really, it seems to be what happens is a lot of people are saying they'll load into the game, which will have VSync disabled, and then their frame rate will go through the roof. And, you know, this is not something I've never seen before. I see this all the time. Like, I'll load up a game on whatever graphics cards, and you'll be on a main menu or something, or a loading screen that's just not taxing at all to run. Sometimes it's just an image, and you'll get like thousands of frames per second. This happens all the time. But something seems to be happening with this game and the coding on it, and it is just causing these graphics cards to just ramp up, like, just to the max, just turning these things straight all the way up to the max and just killing them. And just drawing way more power than these things can actually get. So it seems like there's some kind of issues with how the game was actually coded, if the game itself is causing it, which kind of seems to be the case, as this has been happening to multiple RTX 3090 owners. It was initially to be believed maybe it was only a certain EVGA card, the For the Win 3 card, because there seemed to be some commonality there between people with that card. But now we've also seen other reports, MSI, Asus, Founders Edition even, having issues with the 3090s in New World and all of that. So, yeah, I wouldn't really try to peg it onto any one graphics card manufacturer or another, which kind of seemed to be what people wanted to do initially over on Reddit, and just sort of dogpile on EVGA and say it was their card causing it. But I just think it's more so the fact that if you look, a lot of the EVGA cards, for the most part, have been being sold directly through their website, and they actually have a pretty good system and stuff like that in place to actually get these cards into the hands of gamers rather than scalpers and miners and stuff like that. So they've been one of the few companies that have been taking good steps to try to get the cards into the hands of gamers. So it doesn't really surprise me that there would be more EVGA 3090s out there in the world, like people actually using them for gaming, than maybe some of the other brands. But we've seen it with multiple brands. EVGA just kind of seems to be on the higher end because more people probably have the EVGA cards, to be perfectly honest, at least inside the United States. So it seems like something needs to be done here with Amazon and their team that is working on this game. This issue was apparently prevalent in the alpha of the game, and now that it's gone into closed beta, there are way more people playing it, and we're starting to see this issue crop up more and more, and it's really coming to the light ever since yesterday. So hopefully this is something that they can address very, very soon, because it's just not fair to have someone, with graphics card, $1,500 is what the 3090 should be. Realistically, even when you're looking at MSRP, RRP, they're selling for $2,000 to $2,500. On the aftermarket, anywhere $2,500 to $3,000, and even beyond that. So that's why I say they're basically making $3,000 bricks here with the New World game. So really, my best advice to be to anyone is just don't play the game. Wait until it's at least addressed by Amazon and they put out a statement saying something that, hey, we're looking at this issue. I would say probably to just avoid this game altogether, but especially if you're on like a 3090 or a 3080 Ti or something that pushes a lot of power like these graphics cards do. And if you are going to play the game, the best thing you can really do is open up your NVIDIA control panel, put VSync on, and that will at least eliminate the possibility of it ramping up and trying to run at thousands of frames per second and killing your graphics card, if that ends up to be what's actually causing it. Right now, it's just kind of a lot of hypothesis and conjecture, people taking educated guesses and, all that stuff. And I don't really have any more of a educated guess or opinion on the matter. Really, there's going to need to be a lot of testing done with this. People that have 3090s that just throw away pretty much to test on the game and, sort of look at the data. And I don't have a single 3090, and I've only got one 3080 Ti, and I'm not going to go break it by playing this game, which I don't even have access to. So I'm hoping that in the next few days, we see a creator out there that's willing to take one for the team, so to speak, maybe like Steve at Gamers Nexus, who's super duper thorough in all of the work and testing that he does, and I'm sure they have multiple 3090s available. So fingers crossed that someone out there is willing to go ahead and throw a 3090 at this game and just do whatever they can to fucking kill the card and see what happens, and then maybe we can actually extrapolate some data from the testing that they do with the 3090 on New World. So hopefully we see that in the next few days or so, or the coming week. because that's really the only way we're going to get to the bottom of this, is if we actually see people, you know, testing this out, that know what they're doing and how to look at the information that they get from that and then pass it on to us, and then hopefully maybe even over to the people working on the game for Amazon to get it addressed with them, or if it's something at the driver level with NVIDIA. And I don't really think it's maybe any one specific problem or another. I don't think it's, I could be wrong, but I don't think it's just the game or just the graphics card or just the driver. I kind of have a feeling like there's going to be a combination of factors, so they're really gonna have to look at it from all ends and see what's going on here to hopefully get this addressed before the game goes into full release, which I believe is coming up at the end of August, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today on free games and $3,000 bricks burning in your system. Sorry, it's a shitty situation, but I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you tomorrow for another video. Sir.